In this episode, we talk about the Uttarakhand tunnel hero Vakeel Hasan's house being demolished. We also talk about BJP leader Dr Harsh Vardhan announcing his exit from politics. But first, we talk about the Bengaluru blast. Hi, I am Niharika Nanda, and you are listening to Three Things, the Indian Express news show. On Friday afternoon, a suspected explosive device went off at a popular restaurant in Bengaluru's Whitefield area. The blast injured 9 people, which mostly included the customers having lunch at that place. To know more about the details of this case so far, my colleague Shashank Bhargava speaks to Indian Express's Kiran Parashar in this segment.
Kiran, tell us, what do we know so far about what happened on Friday afternoon in Bengaluru?
So on 1st of March 2024, there was a huge blast that was reported in one of the popular restaurant in Bangalore. It's called Rameshwaram Cafe. It is a popular chain of vegetarian restaurants, and this specific incident took place somewhere very close to Whitefield. This restaurant is located in Brookfield. So this is where a lot of IT companies are located in Bangalore. So this blast took place around 12:55 p.m. Initially, everybody suspected, or the initial people's suspicion was that it could be due to a domestic cylinder leakage. This blast could have taken place. But as the minutes progressed, it came out that all the domestic cylinders were intact and there was no explosion of domestic cylinders. So in the next few minutes, the police also confirmed that there was an improvised explosive device that was used, which led to the blast in this restaurant.
Okay, and talk about what happened immediately after the blast took place.
So immediately the forensic science laboratory team, dog squad, fire personnel, everybody rushed to the spot and evidences, samples and everything was collected. So by 1st of March evening, let's say about 5 o'clock, it was very much confirmed that this was an IED attack. IED in the sense improvised explosive device. So Chief Minister Siddaramaiah also said that he had spoken to the police and senior police officers and the Home Minister G. Parameshwara, where he said that an unknown person carried a bag to the restaurant. He brought token and he had eaten rava idli. After that, he had left back that. So this bag that we are speaking about, this bag had the IED, the bomb, which also carried a timer. So what the police suspect is this blast has taken place 1 hour after this person leaving the hotel. So then Bengaluru City Police registered a case under Unlawful Activities Prevention Act, that is UAPA of 1967, and Explosive Substances Act. So the National Investigation Agency also reached Bangalore and they also were assisting the local police in the investigation. Also, it is likely that NA will take over the case by next week.
And Kiran, you mentioned this person who was carrying this bag inside the restaurant. Is that what we found out from the CCTV footage?
So a lot of CCTV footages emerged after this incident, and when we went through the CCTV footages, we found that this person had come to the restaurant with that bag. He was wearing a cap and a mask, and also he was wearing a specs. So he came to the restaurant and he ate food. After that, he kept that bag somewhere very close to the cashier table as well as the hand wash, and he left that place. So the impact was so massive that the sound was heard for almost more than a kilometer, and 9 people were injured in this incident, including some employees of the restaurant. But one customer who is an accountant, her name is Swarnamba Narayanappa, she was grievously injured. However, on 2nd of March, the doctors treating her said that she is out of danger and it will take some days for her to recover from this incident.
And Kiran, what about the other 8 injured? Could you talk about the kind of injuries they have suffered?
So mostly these people have suffered burn injuries, and also some of the people have been hit by the glass, which is suspected to be part of that IED, the bomb. So a lot of people face and other parts were hit by these glass items and other materials. So mainly burn injuries. Other than that, these were the items which have hit the people. So 9 people were totally injured. In case of Swarnamba Narayanappa, who is an employee of Microchip India Private Limited, she sustained a more serious injuries where she had suffered some burn injuries as well. So the police had to treat her very carefully as she is also a diabetic patient. So this will continue for the next few days.
And Kiran, you mentioned how this place is in a very popular area. Was it very crowded when the blast took place?
So, Shashank, on Fridays, usually at this place, a lot of employees working in nearby IT companies do visit Rameshwaram Cafe to have their lunch. So, it is relatively a crowded place. And a lot of people working in IT companies prefer to come to these places to hang out. And Rameshwaram Cafe is also one of the restaurants which has got its own image in Bangalore. So that was one of the things which attracts a good amount of crowd. So even on 1st of March, before this incident, there was a good number of crowd who had just come for their lunch.
And Kiran, talk about the political reactions we have seen to this incident. You mentioned what Chief Minister Siddaramaiah said, but what about other political leaders? What are the kind of things they have said?
So the political slugfest has already begun, Shashank. So the Congress is trying to downplay. It's not necessarily they're downplaying the incident, but they're saying that the police have already taken stock of the situation and they're saying that the culprits will be nabbed, and they did not hesitate to reveal that this was an IED attack. Whereas BJP leaders, including Tejaswi Surya and Ashok and BJP state unit president Vijayendra Yediyurappa has attacked the Congress government, stating that these kind of incidents take place when Congress come to power in Karnataka. So they have been demanding explanation and answers from the government here in Karnataka.
And Kiran, have we seen anything like this in the city before?
So in Karnataka per se, like if you take Karnataka, there have been incidents. Even in Bangalore, there was an incident in 2014. This incident was reported on 28th December 2014, where an improvised explosive device was placed inside a flower pot in the pavement outside Coconut Grove restaurant on busy Church Street. This Church Street is in the heart of the city, which is parallel to MG Road. So there was a blast then on 28th December 2014. One woman had died and 4 persons was injured in that incident. The police also had made few arrests in that case. So again, even besides that, in 2022, there was an incident where a bomb went off in Mangalore. So in that incident, the police had arrested a person named Mohammed Sharik. He was carrying this IED in an auto rickshaw. The blast took place. So it resulted in injuring Mohammed Sharik, the suspect, and also the auto rickshaw driver. So besides that, you don't see many of the incidents that have been reported. In the last 14 years, there may be like 5 to 6 incidents where the blasts have taken place in Karnataka.
And do we see any similarity between this current blast and the previous 2 instances that you mentioned?
So the preliminary investigations have suggested that this IED with a bulb filament that was heated to act as a detonator was having triggered by a digital timer. So this was a low intensity bomb, and the same materials were found in Mangalore blast in 2022. So all these materials are easily available. So people even call these IEDs as like homemade bombs. So in 2022 Mangalore incident, there was an influence of Islamic State. But in this case, the police are yet to reveal the persons behind this incident.
And next, we talk about a demolition. On Wednesday, the Delhi Development Authority demolished the home of Vakeel Hasan, the man who led the team of rat hole miners that rescued the 41 workers trapped in an Uttarakhand tunnel for 17 days. The demolition was a part of an anti-encroachment drive by the civic authority and has left the family in shambles. To find out more about the demolition and what the government officials have to say about it, we are joined by Indian Express's Abhinaya Harigovind in this segment. So, Abhinaya, can you begin by sharing with us who is Vakeel Hasan and what has happened to him?
So Vakeel Hasan is the owner of a company that's called Rockwell Enterprises. They were part of the rescue mission at the collapsed Silkyara Barcode tunnel. So the under construction tunnel had collapsed in November, trapping 41 workers inside. And they were rescued after a 17-day operation. So Hasan and his team, which was a total of around 12 people, including him, were involved in digging through about 12 meters of debris to get the 41 workers out in what was like the last stage of the rescue operation. So yeah, that's Vakeel Hasan. And what had happened to him is that the Delhi Development Authority, in an anti-encroachment or an encroachment removal exercise on Wednesday, had demolished his house, which is in the Khajuri Khas area of northeast Delhi.
And was a notice provided to him before the demolition took place?
No, so he has said he has not been provided a notice before the demolition had happened.
Before it actually happened, Hassan's house was about to be demolished sometime back as well. So talk to us about that.
Yes, so the DDA has said that the land is theirs and that they have attempted to clear that land, which is 3 parcels of land in the same area, earlier as well in 2016. So Hasan agrees that in 2016, they had in fact arrived for a demolition. And the DDA had said that they had attempted to clear that land of encroachment earlier as well in 2017 again, where they found that these parcels of land were encroached once again, but they ran into some resistance from the family when they had attempted to clear the land. So that's what had happened earlier.
And Abhinaya, what kind of political reactions has this incident garnered?
So the Northeast Delhi MP Manoj Tiwari has said that the family would be offered a house, and he has said that it will be provided under the Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana. So this matter had been brought to Tiwari's notice before as well, and Tiwari has responded to that, saying that he had in fact told Hasan that he would look into this, but then there were problems then. And he will now be given another house, is what he has said. Delhi's LG VK Saxena has also said that Hasan would be provided a house soon. And the Aam Aadmi Party in the Delhi Assembly session on Friday had raised the issue of these cases of demolitions. And one of their MLAs had pointed out that people's houses are being destroyed and that the LG and the central government should answer for these demolitions.
Right. And what has the DDA said about this incident?
So the DDA has said, of course, that it is their land and that this is part of planned development area and that they had obviously initiated demolition in this area in the past as well, which is in 2016 and then again in 2017 when they found that 2 out of the 3 land parcels that they were attempting to free of encroachments continued to remain encroached. They have also said that they attempted again in 2022 as well, but then the family in the area had resisted these attempts. So that's what they have said about the demolition. Since then, they have also said that they have offered other houses to Hasan. They had initially said that they did not know that he was part of the rescue mission in Uttarakhand and that after it was brought to their notice, after his involvement in the rescue operation was brought to their notice, he has been offered houses elsewhere. So one place where they seem to have offered a house to him is in Narela. Another one is in Dilshad Garden. But the family, that's Hasan and his wife and his 3 children, they have remained at the spot from Wednesday onwards, which is when the demolition was carried out.
So Abhinaya, what are Hasan's demands at this point?
So Hasan has said that he wants a house somewhere in the area, which is in Northeast Delhi's Khajuri Khas itself. He has a son and a daughter who go to school nearby, and he has said that he would like to be given another house somewhere in the same area. So while DDA has offered places in Narela, has said that they have offered places in Narela and in Dilshad Garden, he has said that he would like to stay somewhere in Khajuri Khas itself, which is why the family has remained at the spot of the demolished house from Wednesday onwards.
And in the end, we discussed Dr. Harsh Vardhan's exit from politics. On Sunday, March 3rd, Chandni Chowk MP and the veteran BJP leader announced his departure from active politics after allegedly being denied a ticket for the upcoming Lok Sabha elections. His announcement came after the Delhi BJP declared the names of candidates for 5 constituencies, including Praveen Khandelwal in Chandni Chowk on Saturday. Vardhan, a 5-time MLA and a 2-time MP from the constituency, has served as a Union Minister of Health and Union Environment Minister. In the announcement, he also hinted at returning to his career as an ENT surgeon and resuming duties at his clinic in East Delhi's Krishnanagar. The senior party leader announced his exit and talked about his time as Delhi's Health Minister and Union Health Minister. He reminisced about his 3-decade-long electoral career during which he won 5 assembly and 2 parliamentary elections. He mentioned that politics gave him the opportunity to work towards his motto of helping the poor and needy. He said that he also played a role in making India a polio-free nation and had the opportunity to serve the country in a medical emergency like COVID-19, and that he didn't shirk responsibility during tough times. Praveen Khandelwal, who is being fielded from Chandni Chowk, is a businessman and General Secretary of the Confederation of All India Traders (CAIT). Khandelwal has served on the GST panel and raised the issue of foreign-based e-commerce firms edging out local businesses in the market, and he is also the former treasurer of BJP's Delhi unit.
You were listening to 3 Things by the Indian Express. Today's show was edited and mixed by Suresh Pawar and produced by Shashank, Bhargava and me, Niharika, Nanda. If you like the show, then do subscribe to us wherever you get your podcasts. You can also recommend the show to someone you think will like it. Share it with a friend or someone in your family. It's the best way for people to get to know about us. You can also tweet us at Express Audio and write to us at podcasts@indianexpress.com.